Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday. It's me, Logan. Bet you're wondering why I'm here. I'll get to that. It's episode 115 of the Binge Boys. And today I'm doing like a little bonus one-off. I used to do these a lot when this pod first started before I had Zach and Pearson join me as co-hosts. I would interview somebody in my life or somebody that I came into contact with. I would ask them about their story, what they got going on in life, their interests, all of that good stuff. And I'm doing that again today. Today, joining me, I have a mega star. I'm just kidding. I mean, you could consider her that. She is a internet, I would say C-list celebrity. She is a TikToker. Those who have used or listened previously, I have known that over this quarantine period, I have really gotten addicted to TikTok, as I think many people have. I know my roommate is. Shouts to Jordan, my brother and sister, my parents even. It's a plague, and it's taking over the world. Not including the actual plague that's taking over the world. It's Emma. So without further ado, hello, Emma.
Hello. How are you? Oh, I'm good.
Well, I'm good too.
I love the intro. I was smiling over here, laughing and having a good time watching it.
Yeah, it's probably one of the better intros that I think I've done. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that.
I didn't know you did so many podcasts, 150 something. Wow.
Yeah, 115 this is. Yeah, it's been crazy. I've done it ever since May of 2018.
Oh, wow.
So I guess it's 2 years-ish.
Yeah. Congrats.
At some point. Whoops, thanks. It's been a lot of fun.
Cheers to consistency.
We're not sponsored by Bang. Not sponsored by Bang. But before we get into talking to Emma, let me remind you that we are somewhat sponsored by Prepped and Ready. Prepped and Ready is a meal delivery service that services all of the metro Atlanta area. If you use code BINGE10, BINGE10 at checkout, it will give you 10% off your order. Everybody's trying to get fit during this quarantine, maybe not myself included, but those of you who are, you do the meal prepping thing. If you're like me, you want to do the least amount of work as possible. So why not hire these guys to do it for you? They have a lot of good stuff. They just launched a new summer menu. Check them out. That's BINGE10 at checkout. BINGE10, preppedreadymeals.com. I memorized that. I used to have to read it. Boom. So,
lit.
Emma, we're here. We're lit.
We're here.
It's Memorial Day weekend.
I wish I was lit, but.
Oh, yeah. The most lit I've gotten during quarantine is last night. I stayed up till like 3 or 4 in the morning playing video games with my brother and cousin, which I haven't done since like high school. So it was kind of reliving the glory days. So that was the most lit I've been in a while.
lots of games during quarantine for sure.
You're a big gamer, I think, right?
I play some games, yes.
I think that's where. So I guess we can intro how this happened. You went live on TikTok
yes
a few weeks ago, and you were playing the Switch.
Yeah.
You were playing Animal Crossing, maybe, or Fortnite?
I was if it was on the Switch, it must have been either Animal Crossing or Fortnite. One of the two.
I slid up on her live. There's like hundreds of people commenting on this thing, so I literally just threw in like, be on my podcast. Like that'd be great if it happened. If not, like it's just gonna get lost in the sea of comments.
Yeah.
But you happened to look up from the Switch at the right time, and the rest is history, I suppose.
Exactly. It's meant to happen.
I guess so. Emma, what do you got going on during quarantine? What was your life like before quarantine, and what is it like now?
Oh God, it's drastically different. Now I sit at home a lot and play video games, scroll on TikTok, make TikToks, I'll have like social distance with my friends. But like, it's nothing compared to before quarantine, where I was in college, upstate New York, going out all the time, like living with my suite mates who were my best friends. So like, I was constantly having socialization. Wow, I can't. Socialization. And
Words are hard.
so I was constantly like doing things with people. Like, I'm a very social person. And on the weekends, I would go out to the bars, go to like parties, and like I just, normal college life. Nothing crazy though. But now it's very chill, and like, in life when we're all like, "Oh, I just need like 2 weeks doing nothing. I need a break." This is not what we meant. This is not what I meant when I said that. But now it's been like how many months? I don't even know. Like, it feels like forever.
It's
but
like 3 months now almost.
Yeah.
So this was a pretty big change for you then. I'm pretty similar. In college, I used to, I don't want to say I like partied a lot. I lived at home through college. The college I went to was like 15 minutes down the road. So my parents were just like, don't be an idiot, save money and live here.
Yeah.
You live so close to school, what's the point? And my parents are really cool. Still to this day. So like, it didn't bother me that I lived at home. They still pretty much allowed me to come and go as I pleased. It was pretty chill, but, so I didn't really like party, but I did party a fair amount, and I am a very social person, especially at work. I like to chat it up with people, like in between, doing tasks and stuff. So this kind of hit me pretty hard too towards the beginning. It's especially now working. It takes a toll on you to stare at a computer screen for 10 hours a day, literally, then go to bed, and then wake up the next day, come back and sit down where I'm sitting right now and do the same thing like over and over and over and over and over again.
It's such a repetitive cycle.
Yeah, it's taking a toll on me, and I'm sure thousands and thousands of other people too.
Yeah. And like you said about your parents being chill, that's the other big difference, because at home, I consider my parents pretty chill. But they're definitely like nosy, I'd say. But at school, there's nothing I'm hiding. But like at school, I don't have to be like, oh, I'm going out, and I don't get asked like, where are you going? Like, when are you gonna be back? Blah, blah, blah. What are you doing there? Who's gonna be there? Like, I don't get that. Now I get that. Like, if I'm going out to social distance, like with a friend, because we like to just like park our cars and like socialize like through the windows. But I get so many questions, and it's just like, it's annoying because I'm so used to all this freedom, like literally doing whatever I want, going where I want, sleeping where I want, like everything. And now it's like, it's so like up my butt.
Yeah.
And it's not fun.
The best part about not being with your parents, and I moved out of my parents' house after I graduated a year or so ago. And the best part about not living with your parents isn't even just like the fact that you can like drink or party or sleep wherever you want or whatever. It's the fact that like I can go to McDonald's at 2 a.m. and not get judged.
Exactly. Yes. Every time I walk downstairs to microwave something at 3 a.m., my stepdad said, it's too late to be eating. And I'm like, go to bed. And then he's like, why are you up all night? Why are you sleeping so late? I'm like, you're literally awake too when I go eat, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing up? You're up.
Exactly. What are you doing?
So, yeah, it's taken a toll on a lot of people, but I found, and I think a lot of people got into TikTok the same way of like, oh, this is like Vine, because Vine was really popular when I was a senior in high school. Like it's when it like hit its peak, and it was like, all anyone talked about. Did you see this Vine? Did you see this Vine? Did you see this Vine? Yep. And ever since Vine got bought by Twitter and then shut down, it's been like, when's Vine coming back? When are we going to get the second Vine? When are we, whatever. And a lot of people, a lot of apps and companies have like tried to like replicate the Vine thing, but it just never took off. I think TikTok happened to be in that same position, and then quarantine happened, and then it just shot through the roof.
Yep.
Like everybody's on TikTok, like Will Smith, Jessica Alba, like
my dad's on TikTok now, and he watches mine.
Oh,
yeah.
so are you similarly like when you downloaded TikTok for the first time, were you just like, oh, I'm just gonna see what it's like, it's probably not gonna be as cool as Vine was, because
Yeah, I mean, everyone was talking about it, and I was like, I've always been into social media, and especially making videos. Like, I've had a YouTube channel basically my whole entire life. Like, not exactly the one that I have now, the one I have now, which I'm hoping to post more consistently on soon. But growing up, like from the age of like 10 or even 8, I always had a YouTube channel. It started off with me and my stepsister. We had a band, and we would like post singing videos, and then we made another channel where like it was just literally like crackhead energy, and like I like had this like fake character. Miranda sings, like the red lipstick. Like it was kind of like that. My name was Noreen. I don't know. It's really bad. It's really bad. But like I've always been creating videos and like content, not good content, but content. And so I was like, let's try out TikTok. And like, honestly, I wasn't one of the people to download it and be like, I'm just going to download it and watch it. I'm never going to make a video. I didn't say that. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to make videos. But like, I never thought about making videos really for actual people to see, really only for myself and my friends, for myself to share, because I like to poke fun at myself and like my friends find it funny. So that's kind of how it started. And then it just and I haven't really changed my content. I'm still posting what I want to, because I feel like that's like kind of what people like to see, is like what you want to post. Because if you're not posting what you want to post, it's not going to be like great. You know what I mean? If you're not happy with what you're doing. So now I try not to, I don't even think about the amount of followers I have, which is insane to me. But I just treat it as if I have the whole time. But I've actually like noticed over the past few days, actually last night, this girl is like a fan of me. Like I have a fan, and I'm like, what? And she was like, she DM'd me, because I sometimes follow back my fans. Like if they're on my live, I do things like I'll follow like the top 3 gifters, or like I'll just like do little games and I'll follow them back, because I like to be interactive with them. And I must have followed her during that or something. And she posted something. Some like girls were like bullying her at school, and I commented. I was like, drop their I will throw hands. Not actually, because they're like 14, but like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And she DM'd me, and she was talking about it, and I just like talked to her. I'm like, listen, we've been through it all. Like, it's just like this in school. Like, trust me, this is not going to matter in the actual life. And like, I told her everything, and she was like so happy. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I love you so much. Like, I'm such a big fan, blah, 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 blah. And it was so sweet. And I'm like, honestly, it's like kind of like, so it makes me so happy to see that like I can actually like make people like happy. You know what I mean? By like just doing whatever I do. I don't know.
Yeah. Is it ever like, so you said like you never like post because you feel like you have to? It's almost like when I see TikTokers like Addison Rae, like it's like it's almost like it's her job at this point. Like when you say the gifters, I've never understood that. So like I've joined like lives before, and I've seen like that happen, and I never understood what that meant. Are they like paying you?
Yeah, so I didn't understand it at first either. It's like, have you ever watched like just like streaming like games or
like
anything like
stuff? Yeah,
it's kind of like so they buy with their like iTunes or whatever, they buy gifts or like a certain amount of coins, and then you can buy the gifts with whatever amount of coins it costs, and then it gets sent. So like, I don't explain it, but like we don't get like the money that they put into it isn't all the money we get. So like TikTok obviously takes a percent of it.
Sure. Yeah.
Like I have like a decent amount of gift points right now in my balance. You can only withdraw once you get up to $50 worth, and I'm at like $48.99. So I have like literally $1 and a penny left to make, because I don't really go that live that much anymore. It's something I'm hoping to do more, but so it kind of does it like that. So the creators aren't getting as much money as you're putting into it, but they are getting like a cut of it, and it's like, you know, a good way for TikTok to make its money too, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the corporation has to make its money somehow.
Yeah.
Like with Uber drivers and stuff, like if you pay your Uber driver like cash, he or she gets to keep all of it versus
exactly.
Like if I
Yeah, that's why
Venmo
a lot of
you-
people put Venmo in their
Yeah.
bio.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, mine's not in there anymore. I should put it back because
I
people
always
were
thought-
actually like Venmoing me.
I always thought that like people, specifically girls that like put Venmo in their bio, like especially like back when I was on like Tinder and stuff, girls would just put their Venmo in their bio, and I'm not surprised. That, like,
I got banned.
huh?
I got banned. I put my Venmo in my Tinder bio and I got banned.
That's
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
I hate to see that.
Yeah.
But like it works though, right? Like I'm sure guys just send like stupid money to girls thinking that it's going to get their attention.
Yep. There was this guy that every time I would go live, he would always send $5 every single time, which isn't a lot, but like it adds up. And then also someone else who like sent me $100 just to like make a duet with them. Yeah. I've like from actual TikTok, like the gifts, I've only made like about $50 so far. But like from Venmo, it's like it really adds up, and I don't really know where I'm at with that. But
yeah,
I don't know. It's something cool because I want to go into like social media, like I don't know, like influencing, content creating. That's something I want to go into as a career. So it's like honestly, and that's the thing about TikTok. It's a great platform for anyone to get discovered. Anyone. Like I don't want to say I'm someone who's tried to get discovered. But I've always been on social media. I've always had a YouTube, but like it's not like ever taken off. You know what I mean? But like my TikTok, on the other hand, it's just like one video and it goes. I don't know. It's weird.
Do you remember the video? I'm sure there was a few that like started to get like traction, but do you remember like the one specific one that after like you would wake up the next day and you're like, oh shit?
Yeah. I have this video. I have a friend. His name's Alex, but no one calls him Alex. We call him McLovin because he looks like McLovin.
Yeah.
And it's always been a running joke in a friend group. It's like my friend group. That's like literally my family. So I decided to make a TikTok with him, and we were just hanging out. Like he's literally like a brother to me. And I actually looked like shit, but my boobs were out, I guess. I mean, I didn't even think of that. Honestly, I didn't even think about it because I'm just like, I don't know. It's just how I look normally. I don't know. Yeah. And I made a video, and I happened to be in the beginning of it, and like, my hair's a mess. I actually had makeup on, but like I look so pale. I don't know. I don't think I look good in it at all, but my boobs look good. And then it was like the famous relative check, and it was McLovin. He's not actually my relative. He's my friend.
I remember
yes, that video. That is the first one. And I got so many comments about my boobs, like, and then people thought he was my brother because of the sound, but like really he's like my brother, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then people are like, oh, step bro, no, like why? And then people are like, why is she wearing that shirt around her family? I'm like, okay, first of all, he's not my family. Second, I would wear this shirt around my family too. Fuck it, what the fuck?
Second third of all, like if it's your family, you shouldn't have to worry that they're looking.
Exactly. Like I walk around in my underwear and my bra all the time. Like maybe not as much anymore now that I'm older, but like I did a lot when I was younger. That sounds really bad, but like
I don't think
you know what I mean.
I think a lot of kids do that.
Yeah. So that happened, and I remember at first it was just it got like the first time I was like freaked out about it had like 10,000 likes, and I was like, oh my god, like McLovin, you're famous. Oh my god. And then it kept going up and up and up. And because that one was going up, I had a few others that were going up with it as well. Like there was this one of like I put my phone on a door, and it was like the sound where it's like, you know, beat you the fuck up. Boop, boop. And it was like a short girl to a tall guy, and like I don't know. Anyway, it was stupid. But like, and again, I didn't even notice my boobs in it, but apparently they were in it. And so honestly, my TikTok first started going off because my boobs. But now I've tried to like, I do purposely try to like not post them as much, like unless it's I do it on accident. But like honestly, I try not to like put them out there that much because I don't want only that attention. So at first my analytics, like when I look at my analytics, my followers was like 90% guys to 10% female. And I was like, okay, people are like, all my friends are like, oh my God, you're TikTok famous now. You have so many followers. Like, you have so many followers. Like, I'm like, okay, but like, they're all like horny guys. Yeah. But now, over the past, like, I'd say over quarantine, I hit 100,000 during quarantine, which was my goal. Like when quarantine first happened, I was like, all right, I want to hit 100,000 during this quarantine. And now today I'm at 126,000, which I've grown 20,000 in this week. Which is, yeah, I know. And the thing is with my followers, it spikes at random times. Like I'll gain a lot of followers in a short amount of time. And then the rest, I get followers every day. Every time I go on my TikTok app, I have 99 plus notifications every single time.
Wow.
So I don't have notifications on for TikTok because my phone would be crazy. Right. But where was I going with that? So now I post a lot more. I'm trying to get more female audience because I don't want to feel like I'm only like a horny magnet. You know what I mean? So, but now
really knows what she's doing. Like, you know, the comments from guys that says like she knows what she's doing. Like you don't want to be that.
And I'm like, I didn't even mean to do that. Like people call me out for it, and I'm like, I didn't mean to do that. But my analytics now, well, let me double check. It's still not where I want it to be exactly, but it's definitely going up. I have 63% male and 36% female. So, well, it's 63.9 to 36.1. So, like, my females, it's still not 50-50, but it's definitely increasing.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of videos that I have that literally only have, like, 1,000 views. And, like, I find that a little interesting. Like, I'm not mad about it at all. I don't really care. But I find it interesting because I have that amount of followers. And it's like, oh, how does that? And that's where
how does that translate to that?
Exactly. And that's where I come in and I'm like, am I being pranked? Like, honestly, like, I think that this is what goes through my head when I look at my followers. I'm like, am I being pranked? I'm like, did someone like put, you know, when you can like buy followers and like you put in your name, I'm like, did someone put in my name and buy me followers? I'm like, I honestly, it's hard to believe sometimes. But recently I had a few videos going, I don't want to say viral, but like, I guess viral. Like the one of me, have you seen the one with the bird feed?
Yeah.
I put like bird seed on my head and like birds came to it. And like another girl did that and I just thought it was genius. So I did it and I have like bird feeder because my stepdad's like obsessed with birds. And I think people think I'm like this huge bird nerd now because people are commenting and they're like, and in the video, my stepdad was like, they're not going to come to you. But like, he was like joking. It was all playful and like nothing serious at all. And I wasn't like upset about it at all. I was just like, no, they're going to come. They're going to come. But I think people literally think that I'm like, I was really standing my ground and I was like, you know, and at the end as a joke, I put, I was like, never give up on your dreams. And I think people actually genuinely think I was like dead serious about it because all the comments are like, yes, like, I'm so happy for you. Never listen to the men who doubt you. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I'm like, they're all being really positive, like really positive comments, but like, I don't know. I didn't mean it like that, but it's not a bad way for it to be taken. So I'm okay with it. But people are like thinking I'm this huge bird lover. I get DMs on Instagram. People are like, oh my God, something about the chickadee. I think the bird that landed on me, maybe it's species or what kind of bird it is a chickadee. I don't know, but people keep talking to me about the chickadees. And I'm like, I don't know what that even is. And they think I'm this expert and I just don't know. But so that's
I don't know what this is. I don't know how I got here.
Yeah, exactly. And then another video that's going viral right now is, and I have no idea why, it's not even funny, is I put like a noodle in my mouth and bit it when I told my mom to crack my, have you seen that one?
I think, yes.
It's not even that funny. Like I think the only funny part about it is like my cat accidentally knocked something over and it made a big bang and my mom was like, ah, Finn! And I got like mad at the cat. But like, honestly, other than that, and the crack sounds really realistic. I'm not going to lie about that. But honestly, the video's not that funny and it has over 1 million views. And like, I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird. You see people, I'm going to go back to Addison again. But like she has like 40 million people following her, but her videos actually, they get only like 1 million likes. That's like, I mean, I know that sounds like, oh, only 1 million likes, but if she's got 40 million people following her and only like 1% of that is liking it, there's got to be something going on. Or maybe
you know what I have been thinking about with TikTok? I think, and I could be wrong, but I'm going off of what I do. I rarely scroll, like, you know how you have like your following and then you have like the For You page. I always scroll on the For You page. I never scroll on my following. I sometimes do, but like really not that often. So the only time I even see like my friends, like, or whoever I'm following, whenever I see their TikTok, it's always if it's on the For You page. So I feel like people a lot of the time aren't necessarily like they follow someone because they want to see them more, but at the same time they don't really go back to it and watch their videos, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I remember when I first got TikTok, when I would follow people, I would only watch like the videos that I followed. But over time, I have found myself like, the app automatically opens on the For You page. So I just find myself scrolling for like 3/4 of the time on the For You page and only 1/4 of the time on the people I'm actually following.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. And recently my For You page has been not even like a bunch of viral videos. Like my For You page used to be full of like videos that are like over 1 million views already. But the past like week, all of my videos like that I'm seeing are all like only have like 10 likes or less than 1,000 likes. And they're at the beginning. If they're going to go viral, they're at the like very beginning of it. And that's what I think is so cool about TikTok is like really anyone has the chance to go viral.
Yeah.
If you have the content. But at the same time, you could post a really funny video and something really good and it just posted at the wrong time. It doesn't get enough attention, not enough interaction, and then it doesn't get promoted as well as it should. So
have you noticed like because like when I post Instagrams, like for both my personal Instagram and like the podcast Instagram, we have like set times where our key demographic is most active. So like personally, I will only post an Instagram picture if it's like Friday, Saturday, or Sunday at like 7 o'clock. Because I know that's when the most people are getting on Instagram is that time-ish at night. Because that's when I get the most likes. I know it's stupid. Like what do I care if my personal Instagram gets likes, whatever. But for like the podcast, it's made like a huge difference. Like, because when I first started, before I like actually started paying attention to like how the social media like actually should work and how important like the marketing is for it, I used to just like post like, if I saw a movie or something, I would post like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like nobody is on Instagram at that time. But like since I started getting help with the Instagram, and my friend Emily now runs it completely because I was just like, listen, you know what you're doing? Take it. I don't want to touch it.
I need one of those. Where did you find one?
She's amazing. I don't know how I got so lucky. But yeah, and like some of my posts will get like 2,000 views. And it's like, wow, she literally has it now on a set skit, and she's like constantly paying attention to the analytics, and it makes a huge difference. You would never think that the time of day that you post something like matters.
Yeah, no, it does. And that's something I've been looking into recently. But my problem with it is I'm very like, I know that I need to be more consistent with this, but like, I'm very like, I'm going to post when I want to post. And I don't want to be like that because I do want to increase my engagement and everything because it's something I do want to do. I do want to influence. And when you want to do that, you want to make sure you're posting at the right times for everyone. And like, especially when you then want to get like brand deals and like sponsorships, like it's important to have a high engagement rate.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to do that more, but like, I always find myself like, if I think of myself, I am a patient person, but I can also not be.
Yeah.
So if I make a TikTok, I make the TikTok, and if it's an original idea that I came up with and I haven't seen anyone do it yet, I want to post it right then and there because I'm like, I want to do it before anyone else does it.
Right.
And what are the odds that someone has the same exact idea as me within like 24 hours? But like in my brain, I'm like, okay, but just in case. So
yeah,
I have been looking at the analytics, but like, it's also all my pictures. It's really different. Like for my Instagram, I have 2 Instagrams. I have my actual Instagram, and then, well, I have a lot of Instagrams actually, but these are only 2 that I actually use. I have like, like the stalking one, the Finsta. No, I'm kidding. Not really. But anyway, so I have my real Instagram, which has like 4,300 followers, which is also nothing crazy compared to my TikTok. Like, what's happening?
Yeah, I saw
But
that.
I'm
I think
actually,
you posted it on TikTok, and you were like, "How do I have this many followers on
it's a
TikTok,
sound.
but
Yes,
only this many on Instagram?"
exactly. And I'm actually thinking about doing something to increase that. I'm gonna have to keep people tuned with that. But I'm thinking once I do get that $50 check from my TikTok live, I think I'm gonna buy a gift card and do a giveaway. Because it's like, you know, it's money that I don't want to say I don't feel like I earned it, but it's money that I don't know. I feel I'd rather give it back to the followers because I'm just thankful that I've gotten the platform that I have now, and I hope to increase it even more. And so I feel like giving it back. But anyway, my followers on Instagram, like 4,300 something, and I post, and some of my posts will get like, I usually get at least 200 something, but that's like nothing compared to 4,000 followers. And then also, I will sometimes get like 300 to 400. And if my boobs are in it, 800. Like, can I have a break? Like, I want to post things, and I'm like, oh my God, like my friend is a photographer. She takes beautiful pictures, and I'm actually waiting. Oh my God, I have to remind her today. I've been waiting for this photo shoot that we just did on Friday. And she takes these beautiful pictures, and I have these high quality pictures, and I'm like, okay, this is going to do well. And I'll post it at like a good time and everything. But because my boobs are in it, it doesn't go crazy. And the crazy part is, even if it's a high quality picture, and let's say I do look good and like my boobs are out or something, if it's a high quality picture, like even then, like if it looks professional, is what I'm saying, it still doesn't get as many likes. But if I post like a hoey looking like a selfie that was downloaded from Snapchat, that shit does amazing, and I don't understand. I don't.
And what's crazy about it is I've noticed too, not only is it guys that are liking it, but it's also girls in the comments that are like, slay. But like, so, but like if you just post a willy-nilly, like if we posted a picture of us right now, like it's not going to do numbers. But as soon as you like undercut your shirt a little bit, it's going to go viral. It's that's just how the world is, I guess.
For real. Yeah. But so, I mean, if I feel like I have to really get a video going, I feel like that's what I have to do, but I don't do it because it's like, I don't, that's not the audience I'm going for, you know? I want my girls. I want my girls to relate to me. I want like, because I've been posting, especially, I posted some last night, and I just posted one right before this podcast, because my ring light's out, and I was like, all right, I did my makeup, let's just make TikTok. And it's about how it was, you know, the sound, I was a girl in the village doing all right, I became a princess overnight. You know that one?
Yeah.
But it's the reversed one, so it's like, I was a princess doing all right, then I became a girl in the village overnight. I used that one, and I said how, and this is so true for me, when you have to go home for quarantine, but you only have 2 friends because you were nobody in high school and no one wanted to talk to you. But in college, you're the shit and you're the life of the party. I'm not saying I'm the shit, but I'm the life of the party, and I have a lot of friends. And now I'm here, and it's just, you know what I mean? So that's the kind of content I want to make, like stuff that like my college girls can relate to. You know what I mean? I don't know. But I'm a culinary student, so I do also want to get into like my cooking aspect. But I feel the thing is, with social media, you need your niche. Is that what's called? Niche? You know what I'm talking about?
I have this argument with friends all the time. If it's niche or niche, I think the overwhelming like consensus is that it's niche. But I think it depends on the region of the country you're in. I've always said niche, but I've heard niche very, very.
I have no idea, but I don't have one. I feel like I don't have one because I post anything I want, and that's the thing. I was talking to my friend. I have a good friend, Brian Redman. He's a YouTuber. But his niche, I don't.
His thing?
His category. We're going to say category because I'm not dealing with this word anymore.
Words are hard.
Exactly. So his category is like dating advice videos. And he has like over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. So he's someone that I like kind of like ask questions to. He actually found me through TikTok. And we became really good friends. And I'm really thankful for that because not only is he like just a great person in general, but he's like, I don't want to say he's my mentor, but like he's a good person I could look up to and like ask, about this kind of social media aspect of life. But he has this neat category and when I start posting more on YouTube, which I'm hoping to do because I know I just have to be consistent and it will like probably go well for me. But Emma Chamberlain, she is my favorite YouTuber and she just, I don't know, she has like this energy to her and I feel like I'm the most related to her when I compare myself to like a content creator because hers kind of content is all over the place. I don't feel like she has a specific category. It's just kind of whatever she's feeling, whatever she's into. She does a lot of fashion stuff, but I feel like that's separate. I don't know. And I feel like she's me, but I'm the culinary. Like her like thing is fashion and my thing is culinary, but I post mostly about other things. Does that make sense?
Yes, totally.
So, yeah.
Very cool. So I have a usual, but when I interview people on here, the main category is like pop culture, and that's where TikTok falls in. But then there's also like movies, music, TV, all of that stuff. What have you been, when you have the time? I know you said a few weeks ago you were still trying to finish up the semester online. What have you been watching? Do you binge anything in quarantine or just in general? Do you have like go-to TV shows that you just throw on?
Yeah. So during quarantine, I have finished Outer Banks twice. Oh yeah, I love it. I love it so much. I even did my final project for my food and film class on it.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and it was supposed to have like, I ended up getting like a 90 on it. And the reason I got 10 points, because it was really good actually, but I got 10 points off because it didn't really have to do with food. I was just really into it. And I was like, I want to do it. So I watched that twice. I watched Too Hot to Handle, which is, it's such a weird show and I hate it, but I love it. And I'm currently watching it for the second time right now. And I just started Tiger King because I was at work because I'm working 1 day a week, just at like my neighbor owns like this restaurant and I love serving, just customer service and talking to people and like whatever. So I usually do that in the summers when I'm home from school or on the weekends. Right now it's different because quarantine and New York's still not fully open yet, but we're actually opening up next week, I think, slightly. I don't know. But anyway, so I've been doing that just once a week because it will like mess with my unemployment if I do more than that. But so I'm doing that and we were talking about Tiger King because we were talking about TikTok and I was showing them the dance that Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. So I was showing them the dance and then they're like talking about it and I've never seen the show. I know nothing about Carol Baskin. I know nothing about it, but I came up with a theory on what I thought like happened to her husband.
Yeah.
And I was telling them about it and they were just like, okay, this is really interesting because you've never seen the show. So it's like really interesting to hear your theory about it because I've only watched like some YouTube videos about it. On like theory, not even theories, just people explaining things. And I came up with a theory, but like now that I've started watching it and now that I know like some more about it, my theory's changing, but I'm developing it. And my homework that my boss and coworker gave me this week is to finish Tiger King and come in with my fully developed theory this Saturday. So I have a week to finish it. I have a whiteboard that I take notes on. And I'm come up with this theory. But honestly, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm only 4 episodes in, but I do not think Carol Baskin killed her husband.
Okay. What did you think before?
Well, before I was very uneducated on the topic, so it's not very accurate. But this was my thought process before. I watched a video and it said something about how her husband like kind of had like he was very wealthy, but like he got into some kind of money trouble, and then he loved going to Aruba or Cuba, some Dominican, I don't know, some tropical island, I don't know, wherever he was going. And I can't think of where it is. It's bothering me now. But anyway, Costa Rica.
There you go.
Costa Rica. So he loved going to Costa Rica, apparently, and he ran into money trouble, and then something, I don't know, there was something about Costa Rica and him getting in money trouble. And for me, I was like, and I was watching interviews of people interviewing Carol, and she was, when asked if she fed her husband to tigers, she kind of like laughed, and a lot of comments were like, how could you laugh, like, if you're talking about your husband that way? And like, my thought on that is, well, you never really know. I'm not saying it's normal to laugh in that situation, but you never really know how people react to things. She could be a nervous laugher. But what I took from this is that she's not really that fazed from it, because she knows that her husband is alive and that he's in Costa Rica, and he just bailed because he got into this money trouble. So that was my theory. And I was also like, honestly, this lady seems a little psycho, but she seems sweet. And honestly, I don't think she would be smart enough to do a whole murder and get away with it with absolutely no tracks. You know what I mean? There's psychopaths that think this out for years and do this for years, and they kill someone and they leave tracks. There's always something that is a proof. And she had nothing. Like, there was no proof of anything. And if you're feeding them to tigers, you can't just throw him in there alive and he's going to get eaten alive and there's going to be no mess. There would be blood everywhere. There'd be tracings, but there was nothing. So I'm thinking that, honestly, I don't think he's dead. I think he, that's my theory right now. I still need to finish the whole thing. But then when I started watching it during the first like 3 episodes, actually up until yesterday at work, I thought that Joe Exotic killed him. But then I learned, because he's so out to get Carol, and I was like, oh, maybe he killed her husband to like frame her, to get her put in jail for like the competition, whatever. But then I learned that Joe Exotic wasn't involved in Carol's life until after the death of her husband. I was like, okay, so that theory's out the window. Yeah. So right now I'm still kind of on the he ran away to Costa Rica and Carol knows that he's alive and knows that he's okay. But I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear your theory after the show.
Yeah, maybe we'll do another podcast on the Carol Baskin theory.
I'd love to. Carol Baskin killed her husband, whacked him. Okay, yeah. So same. TV has been crazy. If anything, I've just been like laying in bed on the weekends, especially not during the week because I'm so too busy with work, but on the weekends especially, like I just lay in bed and watch shit. What about
I just said relatable.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. What about movies? Movies we cover a lot. Do you have like favorites?
You know, I was trying to think of this, and honestly, like there's one movie that comes to mind when I think of what my favorite movie is, but I don't know why, but it's Moana.
Moana's great.
It's my favorite movie, but the thing is, I know that I've seen other movies. I know that I've seen a lot of other movies that I really like, but for some reason, I choose Moana. I think I just forget the names of other movies that I like. But like my problem with movies is I'll see it. And I have ADHD, so I blame a lot of things on my ADHD. I think I forget what happened in the movie, or I have such a short attention span that I watch the movie and I forget what's happening as I watch it. Or like I watch it and then at the end I'm like, oh my God, it was such a great movie. But then after that, I forget about it.
Yeah.
Like there's so many movies I could rewatch and I won't know what's happening, but I've seen them. So
gotcha.
I could only come up with one movie. It was Moana. I don't know.
Moana's great. Moana is great movie. those
Yeah,
songs.
but if like someone asks me about movies and like asks if I've seen something, most of the time I can remember if I've seen it, but a lot of the times I'm like, I think I have, but I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I feel you. Are you big on like music too?
Yeah, I love listening to music. I have music going most of the time. And if I'm studying for school, I even have music going, but I can't have music with lyrics because I have ADHD and I get distracted. So I have to listen to like piano. But when I'm like actually listening to music, my music taste used to be just whatever was on the radio, like pop, whatever's top 100. And then when I started hanging out with my friend Sue, she has like this really good playlist all the time. Like she just listens to very like vibey, like chill R&B, I guess you could call it, music.
Yeah.
Who her ex-boyfriend used to call it sex music, which I could see it.
I mean,
but no. But that's like the kind of music I like now. It's just very chill and it puts you in a vibe, and it doesn't, I don't know. When I'm listening to music, what I look for is the voice, like the talent in the voice, and what the lyrics are saying. And if I can relate to it, and if I can do that, and if it's a song that I like the voice and I can relate to and it makes me feel relaxed, or if it makes me feel like bouncing off the walls, really ranges, then it's the kind of music that I like.
Cool. Yeah, I've tried to get into R&B more. I've always been like a hip hop guy, but I'm trying to stem into having more versatility and openness to other things, because like everybody has like a few artists that they like ride and die for. Even if the song is trash, you're still like,
mine's Ariana Grande.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love a lot of her songs, but then some of them I'm like, I still love you and I love the song, but I don't like it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Like we all have a few of those. So I'm trying to open myself up more. My podcast co-hosts, they get mad at me all the time because I will say that I really love the new whatever song. They're like, dude, he's so washed, he's so done, like stop listening to him. And I'm like, I can't stop. I'm not getting over it. But
we like what we like, you know?
Yeah, we like what we like.
Exactly.
Sue me. Well, Emma, unless you have anything to add, I think we might be done.
All right. I can't think of anything right now, but
well, cool.
I'd definitely be down to do it another day.
Cool. I'm down too. Do you want to plug yourself, everything that you've got going on, YouTube, social media, TikTok, plug it. Go ahead.
Okay, I got this. Okay. My main Instagram is emma.gonzo. EMMA.GONZO. My YouTube is, well, I don't really know how YouTube's like work, but my YouTube is youtube.com/Emma Gonzales. How you see my name right here. Just spell it as one word, youtube.com/Emma Gonzales. And then my TikTok is Yikes Emma, like Yikes Emma, one word. And yeah, those are like my three main things.
Cool. So, I'll throw the links and everything in the description of the episode too. So
perfect.
If people have problem listening to what you said, then I will throw it in the in the description.
Perfect.
Make sure while you're following her on everything that you follow us, Binge Boys Podcast on Instagram. Follow me, Logan Lewis 96. Follow Pearson and Zach 2, P Killer 56, and Zach McConnell. If you're on iTunes, make sure you leave a 5-star review and write in and say what you like and what you don't like. Also, go follow us if you listen on Spotify or Google as well. I'm currently switching us over to a new podcast platform that is going to be opening me up to a lot more podcast websites. So, like, I'll have all those details pretty soon. But yeah, if you're watching this, which hopefully you are, because I mean, YouTube's great. A lot of people love watching podcasts versus listening to them. So subscribe to it, hit the little bell so you know when we upload, and yeah, just share. Emma, I'm gonna play this theme music again, and I'll tune us out.
All right. Sounds Gucci.
And then we're gonna jam. Thank you for being here. I really
Thank you for
appreciate you
having
taking
me.
the time. Absolutely, anytime. And yeah, we'll get tuned out now.
All right. Pleasure being here. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.